Hey now, hey now, hey now. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now, everybody. Oh, I'm a little, excuse me, overmodulated there. I apologize. Maybe we'll lower this a little bit. Hopefully that'll help. Well, you know me. I hate watching DSP, but god damn, it's overmodulating. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Okay, testing. Testing, testing. Yeah, that's better. Apologies, folks. Anyways, you know me, I hate watching DSP, but every once in a while something pops up where it's like, okay, I have to see this. And apparently our boy here went on quite the homophobic rant here. By the way, yes, I should give everyone a hey now, JDX and Demeter.
Hey now. Hey now.
Like, it's... Can you imagine in the year of our Lord 2025, like, using gay as like a negative thing? Like, I don't even mean like saying like, oh, that's stupid, that's gay. Not that that's great either. But to actually associate being gay as being a negative trait, or whatever we want to call it. Like, what are you? Like, 10? Like, bro, you're in your 40s and you're declaring that gay is a bad thing? Well, like, I don't know. We should get this going. I don't want to just speculate the whole time. Let's see what this regard did. I'll speed this up a little bit. Big ups to Snort Hogan.
Admit that I'm on steroids. If I were on steroids, don't you think I actually would have bulked up like way more significantly than I have? If anything, the gains that I've shown are minor gains, which is what happens when you just work out naturally and you're not taking any kind of crazy supplement or growth hormone. You know, if I was on roids, my whole arm would have been like twice, 3 times the size it is right now.
That's not how it works.
You're right, I am more buff than Johnny Cage and MK1. It's pretty sad. No one realized it because the digitized graphics were so bad back then, but we just played it the other day like, dude, he's like skinny as shit. He's like a twig. What do I recommend for second or third monitor content? When I used to go into total relaxation mode back in the day, here's what I would do. Okay, no, this is not even me lying. This is exactly what...
Okay, I guess it's one of those videos where there's a bunch of stuff beforehand, before the main course. When you're opening yours. I had a little bit of whiskey. I'm not a big... Like, I'm not going to go and, like, crack open a beer. Like, for me, like a beer or a wine, typically is something I would have with a meal or something social. But if I just want to drink, I'm just going to go right to the hard stuff.
I used to do. Okay, first of all, I'd be sitting on my couch in my living room in my condo in Connecticut. Okay, this is when I was single. On the couch, I would have...
Good old Stratford. You really made... There could not have been a more... like parallel move, or like, not parallel, what's the term I'm looking for? You know, where you don't really change anything, like you didn't, like a lateral move. That's what I'm thinking of. Going from fucking Stratford to Renton. You probably wouldn't better off just staying in Stratford.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Have my drink of choice. A lot of the times, way back then, it was rum and Coke. With Coke Zero, though, not full sugar Coke. Coke.
Ugh. Ugh. I fucking hate rum and Coke. If you like it, great, but like, my reaction is... Like, if I went to a party and all they had was rum and Coke, I would be like, either give me the rum straight, or I would just be sober that night.
Zero and rum. Okay, so I had my drink. On the TV, I would have a game. Usually like an RPG or something that you can grind in. So it's kind of mindless and repetitive, but by doing this repetitive action, you actually get advancement in the game or makes the game easier. So think a turn-based RPG like Blue Dragon, or think back when I was playing my first playthrough ever of Demon's Souls.
Yeah,
I would grind
Dasher.
on the TV. Then I had my computer set up next to it, and on the computer monitor, I would have that watching either YouTube videos, watching TV, like I used to watch wrestling, so I would actually watch wrestling on there, stuff like that. So I would have a show going, I would have a game going, and I would have my drink on, all at the same time. That's how I used to relax back in the day. Back when I was probably closer to your age range, whoever asked that question, because, you know, I'm probably double your age right now. There we go.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Like, only young people, whatever.
The only Moxer says, thanks for the MK Collection gameplay. Funniest thing I've seen in a minute, the CPU is so cheap. Yeah, I'm shocked you guys like it that much. I didn't think you would, but it is funny, is it not? I think it's entertaining to see how much it cheats. Yo, I actually got, just listen to this. There was a comment on my video today. It was a hater, a blatant troll. And they said, you know, you always say that there's input drops and lag, but in this case, I have to admit that this game actually does have it. It's really bad. Wait, what? Someone actually gave me credit. Like, no, actually, in this case, the game is
I have it set to 1.5.
a piece of shit. It's the one time ever you've said that about a fighting game. It's true. So there you go.
How do you know it's a hater? Which is even worse. So you're like actively tracking all these people who are saying bad things about you? Oops.
If you say it didn't happen, go check my comments right now on the Mortal Kombat videos. It's on there. I approved the comment. Did I see Mutahar scandal thoughts? No, I did not see the Mutahar scandal thoughts. The only thing I ever heard about Mutahar scandal was that for years and years he's been saying that he was an engineer, and it was outright proven he's not an engineer in any capacity at all. He just made it all up. But that's the only thing I know about Mutahar scandal. I don't follow this drama shit. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's like how I say I have a business degree when I have a finance degree. Finance is part of a business major. Where do you think you go to school for finance? The fucking liberal arts college? You go to the business school, you idiot. What a dunce.
No, you retard. That's not the same thing. Bro, I have a degree in computer information systems. It's a business degree. Or rather, in the Bachelor's of Science. It's not the same thing. You can't go and say it like that you're misrepresenting it. You wouldn't put that on a job resume. So saying it out like that is wrong.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Let's get started tonight, embarrassing the dunces of the internet. Come on.
Fucking retard.
No, please stop saying that. Stop saying felted. You want to say felted, you can go do it on your own time. You can go see it, say on the Kino Casino stream. I never liked that term at all. I always fucking hated it, and I only used it during that time frame, and I haven't used it since. I'm not going to. So please don't say felted. It's for idiots. It really is for like low IQ people. Yes, I use it.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Bro, are you kidding me? No, you clearly like saying it, and you were using it also to fit in. But like, if you really didn't like saying it, you wouldn't have said it at all. I want to know what practice does Dr. Pepper even do?
It all the time because I was part of the shtick, and now I'm not part of the shtick anymore, so I don't have to act like an idiot, like a mentally challenged moron. I can be a normal, intelligent person again. I've loved it. Trust me.
You can be a regular retarded moron.
I love going back to being normal. All right, you guys are trying to bait drama, but I'm not going to give you the nice clips that you want tonight. Although I could be honest and tell you the truth.
Really, pal?
Truth. You'd have to pay me for it. Anyway. Well, Sneed Cobain, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Sneed Cobain just said something. He says, isn't it crazy that you keep hitting your goals and getting crazy amounts of positivity and support even after leaving Kino Casino? You totally snaked them and felted them, right? Now, Sneed Cobain, honestly, are you saying that sarcastically or are you saying that truthfully? I actually don't care if you're saying it either way. But I'm curious, how do you feel? Like, do you...
If you don't care, why are you bringing it up? Clearly you care. Or it could be a scientist, like physicist or medical. I mean, my wife is technically a doctor, but she's a doctorate in biology. So she doesn't go by, doctor believes. Not to set her name, but you know what I mean? She never really uses her PhD to say like, oh no, call me doctor. Because she technically is a doctor, but to go around and just using that and you find, oh, you're a doctor in biology. It's kind of like how Dr. Phil, like, doesn't he have like a doctorate in something completely unrelated to like therapy or health? Like it would be kind of like something like that.
Actually feel that, or are you just saying that sarcastically? Honest question. Let's see how he answers.
Let's derail everything for this random fucking comment. Look at this thing here by Rainbow Def Jam. Dang, just skip multiple of my comments.
Well, I was paraphrasing because his comment goes off the screen so goddamn fast. I didn't do it word for word, but that's generally what he's saying. He said, God's honest truth, it feels so much different compared to his back in the day. Dude, is it not? Is it not? Take a look at my stream right now. Just look around me. Crazy good lighting, a great camera, great audio, expensive peripherals, fancy shit, lighting that no one else even fucking has. No one even bothers setting shit up like that for their streams. They're all fucking schlubs, right? I got a decent audience. It's not a huge...
Wait, sorry, what was that? I was distracted.
Dude, is it not? Is it not? Take a look at my stream right now. Just look around me. Crazy good lighting, a great camera, great audio, expensive peripherals, fancy shit, lighting that no one else even fucking has. No one even bothers setting shit up like that for their streams. They're all fucking...
Yeah, because it looks retarded.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Nobody does it. Yeah, because it looks stupid. All this RGB and like glowing lights and crap, it looks dumb. That's why nobody does it.
Fucking schlubs, right? I got a decent audience. It's not a huge audience, but the audience that's here is engaged, having fun, and loves the content. We're all having a good time.
You lying sack
and like you said,
of shit.
I get
You
supported
lying sack
pretty much
of
every
shit.
stream. Every stream. It used to be the complete and polar opposite. It used to be all my content was low-grade tech, right? Fuzzy-ass camera, horrible lighting, terrible visuals, terrible audio. Everything looked like shit. I didn't have any money to ever change any of it or improve any of it. I couldn't play a driving game because I could never afford a wheel or anything like that, right? The audience would come in, and yes, I would have more viewers, but half the viewers were trolls or worse. They would come in, no one would contribute. It would be a bunch of fucking trolls. And at the end of the day, I'd be streaming all day, and I'd make $40.
You lying
Like, it's been a
sack of
complete
shit.
fucking turnaround.
Oh, I'm sorry. What world did this happen in? And welcome, Mexicano.
Hey now. Hey now.
What timeline was it we was only making $40 a stream? I don't think we lived in that timeline. I mean, I'm relatively new to the Goutverse, but I'm pretty sure there was no time from like when did you go full-time streaming, like 2017? I don't recall any time where he was getting like $40 a stream.
Has it not? Now, like I said, it used to be that I would have strings of bad streams, and I'd be like, I'm desperate that this marathon goes well. I have to have $1,000, $2,000 goal for the marathon because I'm banking on it. I really need it. Now it's like the marathon's just something we do for fun. I don't even need it to happen. We can skip the marathon if we want. I don't even have a goal. I never have a goal for the marathon. I don't need it. I'm good. Take a look at me
And yet he keeps doing them.
physically. Take a look at all the weight I've lost, the muscle I put on, how healthy I am now compared
The muscle you put on. How the fuck can we tell?
to how I used to be, and I'm going to continue this journey. This is not what was a quick thing. Now I drop it. I'm going to continue this journey. You understand? And my personal life is way better and more healthy now. Everything has dramatically improved. Dramatically.
You lying sack of shit.
So again, I don't know if Steve Cobain was being serious or not, but it really is a factual observation what he said. So guys, remember, we have kept Truck Sim in the rotation for as long as we have, ridiculously long, for 57.4 gameplay hours. All right, spanning all the way back to what? When did we start this? March or April? I think it was around April, actually. Maybe it was March, but I think it was April. So it spanned this long because of your attendance, engagement, and support. Your generosity, your participation in these streams has allowed me to keep this in the running.
Okay,
so as long as we keep doing that, I am okay with playing this once a week, every week, and us chilling and having a good time. This is why I have these nights where I drink with you to have fun interactions and conversation. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get some support. We have Mozzie who did the first super chat of the night. Now, let's get someone to give the first sub of the night over on Kick. Let's have the first tip of the night. And then let's have the first kicks of the night. Let's go.
Okay,
$5,000. If someone just does a $5,000 contribution till 2026, that'd be pretty insane. If Truck Sims are... Thank you for the early support, everyone. Again, please remember, Truck Sim works because you guys are always here to hang out with me and support the stream. As long as we hit our support goal tonight and you guys stay engaged and we have fun conversation and we have a good time, Truck Sim stays in the rotation. So let's make it happen yet again. Like I said, the real challenge now, we're in November. Can we actually have Truck Sim survive till 2026? That'd be pretty insane. If Truck
Can we have it survive? You're the...
Sim survives till 2026, I'd be shocked, but hey, man.
I'd be shocked. Christ.
That's the thing. I never expected Truck Sim would have lasted as long as it has, and you guys would like it as much. Jade, so far so good. Today has been a well-supported day. Anyway, welcome to the...
How tips today. Good lord. I'm sorry. Jade's mom, whatever the fuck your name is, do a better fucking job. I don't care how much you have to work. This is not an acceptable substitute for being a proper parent. Like, fuck you. You really should have your kid taken away. Jade should be taken away.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Like, any judge should look at this and be like, how are you letting your obviously provenly disabled child. How do you let him do this every day? You have failed as a parent.
Show. Time to open up my brew. It is it's the blueberry pomegranate flavored alcoholic seltzer, Avid Imperial. I don't really like this one, but it is my final two of these. Then I'm going to buy a new pack for next week's stream, if indeed we do one next week. So let's get this sucker open.
That sounds disgusting.
Okay. It just smells weird. It does. It's like really sour.
Oh, I'm sure it tastes great.
It is. It's a sour flavor, which is odd.
Ugh.
Like you would think that you would want sweet apple flavoring, and so they made it like sour blueberry, sour pomegranate. I don't know. Definitely not my favorite of the ciders that we've been drinking for the last month or so. That's for sure. Thank you to Mitchell. Mitchell makes bids to the $2 super chat. Long live the king, do a podcast with Wings. Wings does not want to do any kind of a long-term commitment with me at all, to my knowledge. I can't even get feedback out of Wings if he enjoyed being on the show a week ago. Like, I would love to hear if how much he liked it, if he would be interested in maybe showing up again. He basically doesn't talk to me. He has responded to me. And
Rip King Cobra. You're a bit late on that, buddy.
he says, I don't like talking to people online. That's what he said to me. He goes, I just don't like talking to people online. I'm like, okay, well then how am I supposed to communicate with him? Right? How am I supposed to communicate with the guy? I mean, I don't have his phone number. I can't call him. Right? All I have his information to contact with him online. So, like, here's my idea. I'll run it by you guys, and here's what's going to happen is people are going to tell him my idea now because that's what people do is they just reiterate. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's see what you guys think of this, all right?
Oh, God.
Where the hell is the job? Is that it? Here it is. I was like, where the hell is it? There it is. I got to turn around. Here's my idea, all right? I don't want to do anything that's a humongous commitment for the guy. Because number one, I know that he's already said that on a whim, he might go back to Lolcow Live if he needs the money. We don't know how the next month's going to go for him. I mean, there is Call of Duty, but he hates the game. He knows Call of Duty is a moneymaker for him. But what's to say that it's going to go super well or whatever? So I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. The way he answered me on the podcast when he was like, oh, I might go back on Lolcow. I think he's going back on Lolcow. I don't know in what capacity. I don't know exactly when. But I feel like he's going to. I feel like he really doesn't want to. But much like Call of Duty, he understands that it's the one major way he can make money. And so he's just going to end up doing it anyway. Regardless if he wants to do it, he's just going to end up doing it, okay? So that's the thing. Like, he can never commit to be doing something ongoing with me if he, at a whim, needs to drop everything to go back on Lolcow to make money. So here's my idea, and let's see if you guys like this idea or not, okay? I would like to maybe every once in a while do some content with Wings, all right? First of all, I really enjoyed the conversation that we had together last week. It seems the general consensus here is that everyone enjoyed the appearance, that there was, you know, good discussion, good conversation about a lot of topics we didn't really flesh out. We didn't get a chance to because it was 2 hours and, you know, we were the first time ever meeting. You go all over the place, bouncing all over topics. So here's what I think. I think that maybe every once in a while, all right, we should do something together like a show just like that, okay? Now, when you say, well, what is this, a dead end? How the fuck do I get out? How do I get out with this load? It's a dead end. I guess I gotta turn around.
Good Lord. Yeah, I mean, it does suck that he's gone, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we all knew he didn't have a long time in this world, and he really went downhill fast in 2025, unfortunately.
Let me see if I can turn the truck around. Okay. So, rather than him committing and being like, yeah, let's do a dedicated show together that we're going to do, like, every week or every few weeks or, you know, it's going to be on a schedule. I don't think he wants to do that. To be honest, I really don't think he wants to do that. If he wants to do that and he wants to come back at me and say, yes, I'd like to do that, that's different. I'm not getting that vibe. I think he's the kind of guy, he wants to shoot the shit every once in a while, maybe get caught up on topics, maybe talk about our history together as content creators and stuff like that. I think that's really where it shines, is doing these kind of one.
Wait, this game uses, like, actual companies? I didn't know that. I've never actually played American Truck Simulator. I have it. I bought it, like, as part of a Humble Bundle years ago, but I've never actually played it.
Off shows every once in a while, all right? I'd be okay with that. Like, for example, what if the end of November we do another show together, and then maybe to end the year, like a Christmas appearance where he shows up on the Level 1 podcast, and we hang out together talking about Christmas shit. I think that would be cool, right? I'd like to talk to him about what he did, Christmas traditions when he was growing up, what he does now with his family. Like, what does he do for Christmas? I'd love to hear it. I think that would be fascinating to compare stories and things about Christmas and different things that we like and stuff like that.
I can guarantee you that Wings' Christmas is much more interesting and better than whatever the fuck this guy does. Yeah, I know it's got a ton of DLC, Demeter.
So, boy, this is a real pain in the ass to get around corners with these forklifts. Holy shit, this is going to be a real annoying job. So I'm thinking maybe we do something together around Thanksgiving-ish. Maybe it can be right before Thanksgiving, might be right after Thanksgiving. And then maybe we do something for Christmas. And it's just, basically, he just appears on the podcast, just like we did, you know, last week. We don't have to do it all the time. It doesn't even have to be monthly. I'm just saying it would be nice to do something around Thanksgiving and something around Christmas. As like one.
Why? What's your logic? it's around the holidays. Yeah, and like, does anyone follow what sort of logic there would be for this? I want to do something around Thanksgiving or Christmas. Like, who would think that, I want to talk to another Lolcow around that time? Like, why?
Off appearances just to hang out. I think that would be good content, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm totally okay with paying him for his time by splitting whatever profits that we make. So if he decides to show up on the show and there's stream revenue, because he's not streaming his end, I'm streaming it, I would split the stream revenue with the guy. Like, no, for example, whatever we make when he's on the show, I would split with him. Now, I don't know what we would make, and also it would be his prerogative if he wants to shout out contributions or not. Because the more we shout out live when he's on the show, the more he's going to make. If we don't shout them out, then they're all going to come out after he's gone, in which case, then he's not involved, right? So I'd be down for that. Exactly, like Smart Guys. When I was doing Smart Guys, I was splitting the profits with the co-host, okay? So that's what I would do. Now, it's up to him. If he wants...
He wants to see, I guess, exile. It's the only reason I can think. But, like, I feel like it would almost be the opposite, though. Like, who would be willing to throw them extra money around the holidays? I mean, I got a fucking family of 5. Like, do you think I'm going to be, or just anyone who has, like, family, do you think they're going to go and fucking let them, like, just start throwing money out to streamers? No, I need that money. That's a lie, PvP. Let him keep the money. I wouldn't be surprised.
To do that or not. He told me he didn't want any money. So if that's the case, he wants to appear and not make any money, that's up to him too. But that's the offer I've got for him. 50-50 split of anything that comes in when he's on the show. Have him appear around Thanksgiving-ish and around Christmas. And each time we can talk a little bit about those holidays, but also talk about how we're doing in our own content, talk about our history as creators. I think it would be great. Okay? And hell, you want to call it? Here you go. Wings and the King. Special edition, Wings and the King on the Level 1 podcast. That's my idea. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, it's ass, then we don't have to do it. But that's my idea. So, and that's the thing. I wonder if he wants to do it or not. But again, he hasn't answered me. Basically, he just says he doesn't like talking online about anything. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get his feedback. Maybe what'll happen is now you guys will go to his stream and tell him this idea, see if he likes it, and maybe we'll talk about it publicly on his stream, and that's how I'll get his feedback. I know this is the weirdest, most roundabout way to ever get feedback on an idea, because I don't know why he can't just answer me, but he can't. He says that he doesn't like talking to people online, so...
Oh, hold on a second.
Publicly on his stream, and that's how I'll get his feedback. I know this is the weirdest, most roundabout way to ever get feedback on an idea, because I don't know why he can't just answer me, but he can't. He says that he doesn't...
Bro, do you drive? Look at this.
The weirdest, most roundabout way to ever get feedback on an idea, because I don't know why he can't just answer me, but he can't. He says that he doesn't like talking to people online, so here you go. Okay?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
King Ferb says, why not call it Kings of Redemption? What do you guys think about that? The Kings of Redemption. That's catchy, too. That's actually probably a more catchy name than what I came up with. The Kings of Redemption. There you go.
Family and 9.
Good support so far tonight. We're already past the third of our goal to $62. Please let's keep that momentum going. Remember, the more engagement and support we get, I'll keep this in the rotation. As long as we hit our goal and we get people hanging out and talking and having a good time, this will be once a week moving forward. And again, I think the goal right now should be, can we actually keep this going through the end of the year into 2026? That would be fascinating. I never would have thought that a game like this would have had this longevity, but it has. You guys like when I use the wheel accessory. You like when I hang out and have a couple drinks with you. So, to ongoing success of American Truck Sim, right, everyone? Let's go. Where I go on Wings' show, Wings doesn't have a talk show. Wings doesn't do a podcast and doesn't have a talk show. He just streams games. So that wouldn't even work. How would that work? I'll be honest with you guys. I really am not.
What do you mean, how would it work?
Interested in doing co-op gaming with Wings at this point. I think it's more fascinating to just hang out and talk rather than gaming. Oh, I don't do a podcast either? Then what's that thing that all my trolls complain about that I do in the morning before I stream? And they all say, oh, where's the game? Where's the game? Why are you doing this podcast? I don't do a podcast, huh? Idiot.
You really don't. Can we really call that a podcast at the end of the day? Yes, she wants to scream into one of Wings' folds. Maybe. Welcome on, Cal.
Hey now.
That's the thing, the dumb shit people say about me now has now gotten to the point where it's so self-hypocritical of the trolls and critics that it's laughable.
Well, I think this is where we get going.
How on earth can you actually have a point when you contradict yourself in the fucking point? You could, I don't do a podcast, and you complain that I'm doing a podcast instead of gaming. But you can't do both. It's either I'm doing a podcast or I'm not. You're an idiot. So, honest, I say Kings now. Wings does not do a talk show. In fact, Wings has outright said he enjoys being part of a show as long as he doesn't have to direct it and run it. He's outright said that. He said he'll do a show as long as he doesn't have to actually organize it and do topics and run it. He just wants to join the show as a guest. He's outright said this before, that this is what he wants to do. So,
Look at this. Mr. Gout gave Wings health advice. DSP Gaming, I have an idea for naming the show Kings of Begging and Wife Pushing. By the way, do you ever split your profits if you're Smart Guys co-host? What about John Rambo? or Howard.
I really, really doubt that he would want to run his own show and have me as a guest. If he did, I would consider it. He hasn't said a word. Here's the truth. I like running shows like that. I like having a guest. I like having someone to talk to and have a conversation with, bounce ideas off of, get answers to questions. I like it a lot. I feel like I would excel at it if I got to do it more often. The problem is, I can't because people don't want to do it with me.
Right, no, it's just long. But yeah, exactly. Like, it's not really a podcast. I mean, okay, maybe technically it is, but it really isn't. It's just you sitting there whining and bitching and moaning and begging. Do you know any other podcasts that are like that? Like things that legitimately call themselves podcasts.
Because of my trolls. It's that simple. People don't want to do it with me because of my trolls. They're annoyed that my trolls are going to come after them if they have any involvement with me. So I get people lined up, they're excited, and then they do research, they're like, wait a minute, but your trolls constantly dox people on the internet. Your trolls constantly harass people on the internet, but we can't have that. We can't be a part of that activity. So the answer is no. I've had people who actually I had lined up last year to be on the Level 1 podcast as a guest, and they backed out when they found out about the trolling. So I would love
to... No. What happened was they actually did some research on you, which is provided by the troll channels, because you're such a lying sack of shit, and you try to gaslight and hide shit, and they see the real evidence, and they see, oh, Darkside Phil is a fucking cunt. I don't want to have any of that shit on me, so then they cancel it. That's what happens.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Likes controlling people, yeah. Welcome, Willis.
Hey now.
I think, if anything, as I get older, I do less gaming and more content like that. Abso-freaking-lutely. But there's not much I can really do to make that work. Because, you know, I agree with people that right now, there's an insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something positive for me.
You missed a turn, retard.
Is boogie a possibility? Why would...
Did you see that? Watch this. Watch the navigation here. It's literally telling him to take the exit. Sorry.
There's not much I can really do to make that work. Because, you know, I agree with people that right now, there's an insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something positive for me.
Wait.
There's an insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something positive. Right now, there's an insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something positive.
Oh my god. Did you see how it changed his navigation? It went from 530. Oh, sorry, let me change that. 336, 932 miles. Or so let's say 16, 22, 932.
You know, I agree with people that right now, there's an insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something.
To 18, 14, 1022. All because he missed the fucking exit. Oh my god.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Positive for me. Is boogie a possibility? Why would he be a possibility? What on earth are we talking about? The guy literally does nothing but sit on Lolcow Live now. If he's even still on the show, I don't even know. But the thing,
he's literally paying no fucking attention to what he's doing. He just added like 2 hours to his trip. I mean, I don't know a ton about how this game works, but I'm pretty sure you probably get a heavy penalty for shit like that.
The thing is, with Wings and me, I feel like we have a lot of similarities with the content creation, with our histories on Twitch and YouTube, with our trolling communities that follow us, all kinds of shit like that. Of course, we're very different people as well, but we have a lot of commonalities. I really don't even know what commonalities I would have with Boogie at all. Alex from Phoenix did a $2 super chat. He says, what if you had, down the line, you had fans as guests? See, again, I used to do that. I used to have people call in who were fans and we would have conversation. But the problem is, if I were to do that today, those fans would be systematically harassed. 100%. You know it too. You know, those people would come after them. And they'd find your socials and they'd harass you there and they try to contact you at your fucking job. You know, that's how broken these people are. They think that absolutely nothing is off limits and that they can mess with you however they want with no repercussions.
You kind of think it's the same way too. Like, you feel you can just tell people to go fuck themselves and be complete assholes and think that there's no repercussions.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
But he's not lying, though. He did actually used to go and take open calls from guests. Or not guests, fans. A couple of his special fans, too. Like, what was his name? Was it Darziak? One of his, like, creepy mods. Like, start off as a fan. and he got on the air with I don't remember which one it was though. I mean, there's fucking so many. Does any of you remember? He also sent to say, "Oh, I bet he did. I'm pretty sure he did that." Exile.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
So quite frankly, I would advise against it unless someone really did have an online presence that was completely disconnected from their real life in every possible way. Like there was no way that they could find out your personal information and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the only situation where I would say, okay, you know. Get Lumix on? All right, I'll get Lumix on the podcast. Let's see what he has to say. I'm going to ask you, I'll be fascinated. I'll be like, Lumix, tell us all about the life of a clipping detractor. What's it like to have to watch someone you don't like all day, every day to find the highlights so you can make a highlight video and make money on YouTube? What's this existence like? I don't know, man. Well, here's the thing. Sweet Codeine says you could do something that's somewhat adversarial, like when you had Stuttering Craig on the show. People wouldn't do anything about that. But here's the thing. I don't want to do that kind of content. I don't want to do constant adversarial content. I don't want to do
Oh, here we go. I think this is where the good stuff starts.
toxic content. I find it way more fascinating when I do stuff that's not like that.
You
right?
lying sack
okay.
of shit!
I would argue. Let's think about this. What was the better interview and or appearance? The interview that I did with Keemstar or the interview that I did with Stuttering Craig?
Stuttering Craig.
If you ask me, the Keemstar interview was like 50 times better than the Stuttering Craig interview. Only because with the Keemstar interview, we were cordial with each other, we were respectful with each other, we actually talked about some things in a very calm manner. We can go.
The Keemstar interview was so great, I literally remember nothing of it. Literally nothing. The fucking side scrollers, though, I mean, my God. That's in, like, might be top 5, but definitely top 10 worst DSP moments ever.
At each other, and it ended up being a fun experience overall, where at the end of the day, we didn't want to murder each other, right? The Craig interview was so pathetic because literally it was just the guy completely refusing to admit he did anything wrong when he gets called out 17 times in a row for what he did wrong. And he did, but you lied about WWE champions. What the fuck's your point? You don't have one. You agree.
What do you mean, what's your point? You fucking lied. There is no point. He presented facts. What do you mean, what's your point? That's like fucking, you're a cop and you see someone stealing something. Hey, I saw you steal that. Yeah, what's your point? You did something wrong. That's the point.
You need to have me on your show to do an interview. The agreement was not that I have to answer all of your questions absolutely God's honest correctly or truthfully. All I did was agree to an interview. And then after...
What the fuck do you think an interview is? Good Lord. Oh, what a fucking retard. Good Lord. I might need a shot. Someone contributes $5 or more, I will take a shot.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
After that, he said I could come on your show as a regular guest like everyone else always had and had a good time. You immediately reneged on your agreement. You are a liar, you're a snake, you're a backstabbing scoundrel. It's that simple. There's nothing else about it. And he basically would never get off the fact, well, you lied about a mobile game. So what? Who gives a fuck if I lied about a mobile game? What if every word out of my mouth was a lie during the interview? You still did your fucking interview for free, which is what we agreed to. But he doesn't understand that because he's a fucking dunce and he wanted a big payday and big notoriety on the internet for the appearance. So when I have him on the show, it's this big, angry argument. He won't do nothing. He won't be cordial. You know, he's just a jerk. He's a fucking jerk.
What the fuck are you talking about? You were on his show. Oh, look at what this guy here. It was never about you spending money on WWE. It was just about you being disingenuous on why you need the money. Also, just like you said, you don't like drama, aka it's chill stream time.
So that's what I mean, like that interview, I didn't really like as much. I wish it had gone differently. I wish I could have had like a breakthrough with the guy to let him understand that he was being a disingenuous piece of shit. But you can't have a breakthrough with someone who doesn't have morality or conscience. He doesn't. I mean, this is a guy who literally time and time again started a business, ran it to the ground, sold it off, and screwed off everyone involved with it. He did it with Screw Attack. He did it with that second business. He's done it again and again. I wouldn't be shocked if he does it with his current show right now, that he runs it.
What the fuck are you talking about? He changed businesses. I mean, I don't know all the specifics, but it doesn't seem like he screwed people over. If he did, correct me. But I'm not taking anything that this fucking retard says at face value. Like, I need other people to, like, verify.
to the ground, sells it off to try to make money again. He's a track record of being this kind of a snake oil guy. You know what I mean? This slimy.
Oh, excuse me. Fucking Mr. Warren Buffett over here.
Do. So, not shocked that it happened. I just didn't realize that about that guy until after the fact. But again,
after the fact. So whose fault is it then? Is it his? Or is it your for not doing it? Craig's the one who's going to do if anything if I... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But like I said, my main thing is like, you literally cannot trust anything DSP says unless he provides receipts. Because why would you? What has he done to make us earn his trust or assume that or take anything at face value? Why would you? Anyone with a track record like his, would you just assume? Would you just take it for his word? No.
I want to do content that's more positive and meaningful, that builds bridges, that has meaningful conversation. And when people tune in and watch, they're like, oh, that was interesting. I learned something, or, you know, I got something meaningful out of it. Not, oh, I saw two guys who yelled at each other the entire conversation, and they looked like two immature dicks. You know, I don't...
All right, look how awful his driving is. He's like, are there no cops in this? Or did he, like, disable the cops? Like, if you saw, like, to him, like, wavering between lanes and jumping around and shit, wouldn't the cops have jumped on him by now? Like, I get it's a game. But at the same time, it's like, bro.
Get satisfaction out of that, to be honest. I don't really feel like I got anything out of the Stuttering Craig interview at all. I think it was a waste of time. As opposed to get to the Keemstar interview, I think that was a complete constructive piece of content. That one actually helped the internet in a lot of ways.
Help the internet? How?
People looked at Keemstar in a different light, me in a different light. That was a good thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they did.
That's the kind of content that we need. Not people just fucking trying to rip each other's faces off. And that's what it seems like everyone wants me to be involved in. I don't want to be involved in it. I could.
Why would you even say that on Cal? Like, no one was really acting disrespectful. Like, if anything, Phil was the one who kept adding rope. If you remember, there were numerous times where Craig was trying to stop the interview. I mean, not be like overly aggressive, but he was like, you know, I know you're busy. Wow, we've talked a lot. Like, it was obvious if you rewatch it, there were numerous times where he was looking to wrap it up. But this guy just had tons of diarrhea of the mouth. You know why that is? Because he fucking doesn't talk to anyone. He has no social interactions. No matter how much of a hermit you become, like, you still are going to... That's just like, it's a human need to communicate and, like, have some sort of relationships, or just... Not even relationships. Just interactions. Like, you can't just not have them. That your brain is not wired for that. No matter how much you try to make it that way. And, okay, lying in that thing, yeah. I mean, my point is he wasn't acting like an overt asshole towards the host. And again, like I said, Craig kept trying to cut it off. Like, Craig, if anything, was trying to look out for him, but he just kept going and going and going and would not shut the fuck up. He totally... I mean, don't remember when he just completely unprompted decided to reveal that Kat got a restraining order against her ex, the one that she fucked over to get with Phil? They didn't bring that up. He just brought up, and if you look at them, they're all like, huh? Like, they couldn't believe what they were hearing. It's like, what caused this? It's like one of those things where clearly it's someone who doesn't understand, like, proper social things. It's like, I remember one time, I'm sorry I'm going off topic here, but it's just reminds of this thing. One time, completely unprompted, I was at work, right? And this guy, or one of my coworkers, he comes up to me, brings his phone, and he's like, hey, watch this. Gives me no clue as to what it is. Maybe he didn't word it like that, but he didn't give me any sort of indication what I was going to see. And we're at work. It's like professional environment. I look at the thing. It's a slow motion video of, like, his girlfriend wearing, like, a long shirt, like maybe like a night shirt, and nothing else, doing a cartwheel So, like, the thing went down, and I got to see her, like, part of her body naked. Like, stuff that if I showed it on here, I'd get kicked off of YouTube. And I'm just like, bro, like, what prompted this? Like, why would you show me this? Again, it's not like I said, hey, buddy, got something hot on your phone, or like, hey, what's going on? Like, again, literally, this was completely unprompted. I did not ask to see this. This was not pitched to me, like, other than watch this. I mean, you don't know what it is. You figure it's going to be like some goofy, funny video or whatever. But no, it just shows me this thing. I'm just like, huh? And another funny thing to that, the guy's name was Dave.
What? Done that. That's what they wanted me to do with the dumb shit that Kino Casino was coming up with. That was just brain dead stupid shit that I refused to do. I got a $2 tip. He says the lengths people go to harass anyone vaguely associated with you is insane. Random distant family members, police officers who might have even briefly talked to, delivery drivers, plumbers. I don't think you know about the time SOK contacted someone who did your plumbing. No, I wouldn't know anything about that. Quite frankly.
You lying sack of shit!
Yeah, see you, he has. Well, no, I mean, like, if there's one thing that really came out from the DM leaks, well, they're not even leaks. Can we call it leaks? He fucking released them. The DMs between him and Kino Casino. I mean, could you imagine sharing that kind of information with anyone that you would never, like, met in person or had a real relationship with, let alone someone or a group of people whose they are literally full-time A-log detractors. At the end of the day, that's what Kino Casino is. They literally just live to A-log and make fun of people on the internet. I mean,
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
that's literally all they do. And yet, from like that little interaction you had early on, you decide to then like bombard their DMs. And like late at night too. Like these were never during like regular hours. I don't remember all the things, but the vast majority of them were like after his late stream. And he's sending them all this kind of shit. Like what the fuck prompts him to go and discuss the reproductive issues of his wife? Like, why would you do that? Like, this is clearly a man who just craves any sort of interaction with people. It is so sad because he is clearly not getting it at home. I always go back to the old Dennis Miller joke. He was talking about the Clintons in the 90s, but it totally takes place, or it totally can be related here. He goes, the only way this could be more of a marriage of convenience is if there was a slushy machine at the house. Like a 7-Eleven, like a convenience store. Like that's literally all that he has. It's a marriage of convenience. Cat gets to not live on the street, and he has a fucking living maid. Right, exactly. I mean, that's everything too. Like, he fucking brought on Review Tech, and this was the only, or at least I'm pretty sure, the only Review Tech W of the year. He literally brought Review Tech on with this surprise premise of, hey, we're both going to make fun of these people. I know Kino Casino's been shitting on you, and so we're going to shit on them together based on this thing of like, oh, I baited them the entire time. I'm the king snake. And even Review Tech was like, no, this is complete bullshit. This is not what you're presenting. And he did absolutely, if you remember, he completely derailed it and was like, okay, I finally have Phil on the stream, and just started needling him and prodding him for like a fucking hour until finally DSP just gave up and booted him off the call. But again, just shows how awful his social skills are, and just how unaware and just demented he is. Like, living like a hermit for all these years is doing all sorts of damage to him. And the alcohol isn't helping either. Like, constant alcohol use really fucks up your brain. People don't really understand that.
Honestly, if you want to know the truth.
Oh, see here. Could have gone to Japan 15 times with the money spent on WWE. Yikes. I mean, he's not wrong. We're talking, what, like 6 figures at this point? You could easily, I mean, or let's even be, it could at least be 10 times. 10 grand to go to Japan for like 2 weeks for 2 people. Could very easily be done. So yeah, at least 10 times he could have gone to Japan. He could have gone to Japan. He definitely could have gone to Japan every year he's been married.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
And it wouldn't have been like a shit trip with like low class, low rent, everything. He could have had a very nice time.
I don't think they ever did contact anyone that ever did my plumbing, because I don't think I ever had any plumbing work done until the SOK was actually disbanded. I think the SOK was just full of shit a lot of the time. Like, remember when they supposedly talked to the people who were part of the partner company that I was trying to get a managed partnership with, what were they, Laveria Media or whatever? The people they talked to did not work for Laveria at all. I'm almost positive they made that entire thing up, because the people who they talked to don't work for that company. I talked to 2 separate people at that company, and it wasn't the people who they ever talked to. So I'm pretty sure that they made the whole thing up. So I'm pretty sure they probably made up this plumber thing too, because again, I didn't have any plumbing work done here until... I think I had plumbing work done, maybe it was right before my wife moved in, or at the time my wife moved in, if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly. But at that point, the SOK was already, like, embarrassed on the internet and disbanded and exposed for the losers that they were. So how the fuck did they talk to a plumber? I never had a plumber here. It's too bad we don't have Dunsfelter here tonight, because Dunsfelter is usually here for these streams and he's not tonight, so there's a lot of trolling over on Kick, but I'm not really able to moderate it because I'm trying to drive while I still talk with you guys. So please understand, I'm trying to do my best here, but it's kind of...
You're doing a horrible job driving. Think about it now, Phil has, and then with the McMahon, so inherit W retire at Japan.
tough. I'm trying to drive with one hand and not hit cars and drive off the road while I'm also trying to moderate trolling over on Kick. It's kind of hard. I have a few mods
Get your fucking...
for Kick. It's just that most of them don't ever want to show up unless I ask them to. Like, if there's a super important special event or something, I'll ask them to show up on Kick and they'll come help. But in general, most of my mods just don't like being on Kick. I'm just gonna be honest, they don't. Because Kick brings the troll element a lot more than YouTube. So they just don't want to sit there and just see toxic shit all day. Or a lot of mouth-drooling idiots saying dumb shit. I'd rather be in a more intelligent place. I'm just being honest.
They don't want to do their job. Give me a break. No, Mexicano, you're on I didn't see that until now because it didn't come up on the... I mainly just watch a multi-stream combined chat on my Streamlabs. I don't really watch both windows. But I didn't see Mexicano was on a 3-stream streak. I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, that's cool, though. Appreciate it.
Personally, it's like I said, when I used to go to these conventions and I was a guest.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to take a little drink for this. I'll be right back. This will be quick. I'm just going to go and turn off the camera. I'm not going to, like, play music or an ad or anything. Just give me a sec. And we're back. Back to this phone.
Was absolutely baffled why anyone would line up in a line and wait to get my autograph. I don't know anyone ever wanted my autograph.
You know, a broken clock is right twice a day.
You can literally, every day, go online and watch my content on my YouTube channel. Why do you need my autograph? What purpose does it serve?
Wait, what?
If you like Mark Hamill as the voice of the Joker, you can literally go rewatch Batman the Animated Series every day. You can go play Injustice. Why do you need to meet Mark Hamill and get his autograph? What purpose does it serve?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't even know how to react to this. My brain, maybe I've drank too much tonight. I can't even comprehend what he's saying. Why would you want to meet someone who has not even like why would you want to meet someone to just tell them, hey, I like your work, or I appreciate what you...
T. Akashadi.
Oh, thanks. Who did that donation? Samurai Sansa. Well, it's kind of hard to tell here, but I do actually have about a shot's worth. I've never bought one here, because I don't want to feel like I'm ripping you off. Or to get proof. You know what I mean? Okay, you're gonna have to trust me that there's some whiskey in here. I don't lie to people. But... oh. That was definitely a shot's worth. Very much appreciated, Samurai. And wow, you actually did a tip. I honestly can't remember the last time I got like I've gotten contributions, but they've always been like YouTube or Twitch. An actual like tip. I'm surprised it still works, but I do appreciate it. And you know, if you tip me, it means I get the money immediately. So I need that to pay my bills. And yes, if you want me to take more shots, $5.
What?
That's totally not an awful thing to do. I'm also going to bring that up, though, on my upcoming video about the fundraiser. Well, not the fundraiser, excuse me. Excuse me. That Worst Games marathon, where he tied his shots or the drinks, whatever, to $100. It's like, bro, are you retarded? You can't, like, exactly, Samurai. Like, yeah, I said $5. I gave a money amount that one person would be fine with just being like, oh yeah, I'll give that. That's fine. Like, it has to be an amount that one person could easily just throw away or just contribute for. You can't let it be a group donation or like something that obviously or it would be very hard to find one person to donate that amount of money. Really, the most you can ever charge for something like a shot is like $20. Like, if you really want to get drunk, 20 is the max. You do like 100, like, yeah, good fucking luck. You know what's going to probably end up happening is that you can just drink a little bit and then it's going to come down and then you get into that awful thing because then it gets annoying because then you have to start chugging water because if you don't, I mean, you're going to then get like those mild, not like hangover things, but you know, like if you like drink a bunch and then you just stop and then you don't rehydrate, well, either you hydrate and then you get bloated, you have to keep peeing, or you don't, and then you just kind of feel like crap. Point being, he literally failed at drinking. Phil failed at drinking. But to get back to the point before, I was so derailed by Samurai who just wanted to give me money to make an ass of myself. Yeah, why would you want to go and give... So, like, bro, I fucking went, when I was in college, the Ultimate Warrior came to my college. This was after he had retired from wrestling. He was doing this thing where he was going across the country as like what was he doing? He was speaking about conservative values. It was like some of the stupidest shit I ever heard. And I'm not trying to like say conservatism is bad. I'm just saying even as a hardcore conservative, you don't want this guy speaking on your behalf. It's not the thing of, oh, I don't agree with his ideology. It's like he's presenting it in such a bad way that it's just hurting the cause. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of liberals out there, or there's a bunch of people on the left who hate Hassan because he presents things in such a retarded way that it's like, bro, stop. You're not helping. It doesn't matter that we're on the same side of the fence or on part of the same team. You're doing things horribly wrong. Anyways, point is, I literally sat through all the shit because they said, come to this thing, and then afterwards, you can get a picture of the Ultimate Warrior. So what do you think I did? I sat through, listened to all this bullshit, and then I got a picture of the fucking Ultimate Warrior. And it was cool. It was fun. It was a fun memory. And he's acting like, who the fuck would want to go and meet a celebrity or meet someone who brought joy to them through their lives? It's like, how can you be that disconnected with humanity or basic human emotions? Well, I mean, obviously we know how, but you know what I mean? I mean, I'm talking hypothetically here. Like, it's just so sad to hear. But then you remember it's Phil, so it's like, well. By the way, this looks like a fucking awful trudge here. This thing with, like, I'm just looking at if I can take a picture of him. Yeah, I mean, like, I got to meet, sorry we're derailing so much, but I mean, it beats the alternative, I think. I got to meet Demolition, IRS. I don't know if I met the $1 Million. I met Cornette. Fuck, who else? Scott Hall, rest in peace. Oh, I got to meet Lita, but it was so funny. So I paid for a picture, right? And like they bring in the line or whatever. And so they have me there, they bring me up, it's my turn. But like she's in the middle of something with her phone, right? So I'm just like standing here and she's like this. And this went on for like at least 30 seconds. It felt like 5 minutes because I'm literally just standing there, like waiting for her to come over and actually take the picture with me. But she's just couldn't care less, and doing the thing on her phone. Notification. I told my friend was on the stream, goes, sounds like a gay old time. But anyway, she's just standing there, like not caring. And then finally she came over and took the picture with me. And my friend was like, boy, that must have been like embarrassing. I felt bad for you. And I'm like, I didn't. I thought it was funny. Like, I didn't feel bad. If anything, it made Lita look bad. And now I'm thinking back, oh God, my brain just remembered this. Maybe she played WWE champion. She might have been. I also got to meet Cody Rhodes, actually, when he was, because I met him in an Angle when they were doing their best of 3 match series. I got to see the final match. And this was when Cody was the Ring of Honor World Champion. Remember when that was the thing? Yeah, I got to meet him. Oh, God, I got to meet Marty Jannetty. He was all sorts of crazy. Got to meet Marty, the Godfather. That was interesting. He claimed that he was supposed to be original Virgil. I mean, who knows? I mean, wrestlers are the biggest liars in the world. Oh, yeah, and I got to meet the King, too. And I actually kind of liked that because we were with someone who is kind of, he's like a high-functioning autistic. And King was like really nice to him, very like open with him. And he got to he let him take a picture of his crown on, which I thought was really cool. And he went for a while, he put that as his Facebook like profile picture, which I thought was just really cool. You know what I mean? Like, just seeing that kind of an act of kindness. Like, he didn't have to do that. Well, I feel like I'm over the... Okay, I feel bad. I feel like we're like derailing it, but at the same time, it's like, what am I really derailing? And like Cody Rhodes and Ethan Page, local indie. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this was during that free match series that they did. It was tied 1-1. It was the final one. I think Cody won. Oh, Christ. Actually, I can quickly pull up a clip here. Sorry, derailing the stream. Guys. Remember Cody had black hair? So yeah, that was fun. Anyways, back to the our awful main event.
See what I'm saying? Like, I never understood it. And I think to this day, maybe there's something that just doesn't click in my head. Can we get some more support?
Clearly.
So we can hit the goal tonight and keep American Trucks in the rotation. Let's go. Chill as a cherry says, do you think you're going to regret spending most of your life inside of a house?
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here's where the fun starts. Sorry, just getting all my shit here. Oh, welcome, guys. Oh, you literally showed up at the perfect time. This is where the homophobic rant starts. Longest time on Cody Rhodes wiki page, he had the A1 wrestling title on Uncle India. Oh, that's cool.
Spending no time, meaningful time with friends and doing anything. Listen, first of all, I had a very eventful life before I became a full-time YouTuber and moved out here. Before 2014, most of my life was IRL shit. I traveled playing Street Fighter for like 15 years of my life. It was constant in-person interaction with people, going to arcades, going to their houses, going to fucking tournaments.
Bro, keep your fucking hands on the wheel.
That was my life. I was flying everywhere. I was traveling everywhere. In my youth, that's literally the polar opposite of what I do now. All right? So you're acting like since the day I was born, I was sitting in front of a TV streaming games. That's not true. I didn't start doing that actually full-time until 2017. My life is very different.
When did the guy say that?
Okay. Now, you're talking about now. Now, I am married. I have a full-time job as a streamer, and I'm married. My wife is my best friend. If anything, if I have more free time, you know who I want to spend more time with? My wife. Not anyone else.
What?
What?
I don't want to have other friends. I just want to spend more time with my wife, who I don't spend enough time with as it is. So you'll understand this one day when you find the right person, and you have that person who you want to spend as much time with as possible, and you can't because you're busy all the time, then you'll get it. But the thing is, you're...
Jesus Christ. My good Lord. Phil really does. I've said this numerous times, and I'm sorry I'm over moderating a little bit, but Phil really does come across as a person who acts like how he thinks. Like, he acts like a child. Or it's a child acting like how they think an adult is supposed to act, which is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Especially for a guy who was in his fucking 40s, born in 82. I mean, for Christ's sakes, he was born 6 months after me, or around that time. Like, good Lord. I don't believe there's anything in like the Your Beliefs multiverse where I ended up having like a life situation like his. I fucking hope not. Good Lord. Like, could you imagine that? Like, where you live with someone and all you want to do is spend all your time with them? That sounds insane. If I did it to my wife, she'd be like, what are you doing? Like, I need some me time. Because, like, yeah, that's not how... Let's listen to this a little more. Because I could just keep going on about this.
You're a single schlub right now who's trying to criticize me on my stream. You don't understand it because you're younger than me. One day you'll get to that age, hopefully. You'll
How the fuck do you know?
find the right person, and then you'll be happy just like me, and you'll get it. But a lot of people who criticize me in my life don't understand that the life is great, that I'm incredibly happy with the way that it is, because I set it up that way. Like, I actually... No, you're not. Oh, you're not married. You're such a fucking liar. Ban that guy right now. Dude, you...
I mean, I will agree with him.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You totally did set it up that way. You totally set up your life. You did not fall into this. This is all the result of your planning and manipulation.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
And my best friends should dinner together and fuck each other in the ass from time to time. We give each other space at home. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, Casper.
You're literally sitting on my stream right...
He doesn't know what being an adult is, just LARPing TV stereotypes. Yeah, exactly, Exiled.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
right now, telling me basically that my life sucks. Even though I'm the one with the audience, I'm the one making money, getting healthy, happily married, and you're gonna tell me you're married? No, you're wasting your fucking life watching me saying shit like that to me on my stream. You're not married. No one would marry you. All right, you understand that? No one in their right...
Yeah, folks. There is no Mrs. Beliefs. It's all just been AI this entire time.
mind would even talk to you of any kind of a fucking gender. You're the one who sits in your fucking basement all day smelling like fucking stinky ass fucking socks, all right? No one else fucking talks to people like you. Anyway, I'm not against...
What?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The idea of having guests on the podcast, I wouldn't want Wings to return. He's someone who isn't capable of owning up to his mistakes and would bring down the show as a whole. Did you get that impression on the first show that he was on? I didn't. But then again, I felt like the 2 hours that we were talking literally flew by so fast that we didn't have a lot of opportunity to really flesh out any topics at all. Maybe if we did, maybe if the show was longer, again, maybe if he was on every once in a while and we talked longer, maybe then we get to a point where it would be like, you know, where it would be like, oh, you know, he's full of shit about something.
If you were married, you wouldn't be wasting your time watching this stream. That's what the message is. What logic is that? Like, as opposed to watching something else? So, like, does that mean married people can only watch, like, Moist Critical or fucking, Asmongold? Like, where do you draw the line? Which streamers can married people watch?
Like, to be honest, he's the one who brought up
Oh, I
the
didn't see
topic
I was supposed to
about
hydrate
fighting.
Lexicon.
Oh,
I apologize.
you think you could beat me up? First of all, I was like, no, I never said that. What I said was, you would never hit me if we had a fight because I would just dance around you. Dude, I'm like a third of your weight. There's no way you would lay a hand on me because I have the stamina to just dance around you till you tire out. You're going to tire out in just a few minutes. And then he goes, well, I would cut off the ring and I'm professionally trained. I was like, yeah, but if we were going to fight, I would train too. And then after that, just the topic drifted off into something else because I don't think there's anything else to say. You know what I mean? So maybe eventually, yeah, we had talked
Yeah, that's a win in DSP's mind, when really it's not.
longer about these topics. We got to a point where it's like he's backed into a corner about something and he just doesn't want to talk about it anymore or moves on. You know what I mean? Like, I think...
No, bro, that's you.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Oh yeah, Wings would fucking kill him. Definitely.
in his head, he legitimately does actually think that, like, he could beat me up. When in reality, he would never beat me up in any circumstance unless he jumped me and got the jump on me. You know what I mean? That's about it. That's the only situation it would happen. But I hear what you're saying. Again, maybe you...
Bro. My fucking 11-year-old could kick your ass.
You know Wings better than me. At least, I feel like the show went well enough.
That
There was enough interest, right, that drummed
pick.
up, that at the very least, we should give it a shot to make it be an ongoing thing every once in a while. I don't want to do it all the time because then it would be not special. It would be too common. And it would be boring. But every once in a while, have him on. We can talk about, let's say, for example, he comes on the weekend after Thanksgiving, right?
By the way, that's a great PFP.
So he could talk about all kinds of topics. How did your Thanksgiving go? What did you eat, right? What do you do for Thanksgiving? What did you do when you were a kid? Or did you have different things and traditions that you did? Because my traditions today are different than what I did when I was a kid, right?
Who the fuck would care? Would anyone care what the fuck Wings did during Thanksgiving? You know what probably the answer was? It was either it was an old Thanksgiving or we did fucking nothing because we were poor as shit. Like, who cares? That's not a conversation point. Like, that whole thing would be wrapped up in like 30 seconds. He's acting like that's like a major thing Like, oh, we can really get a bunch of insightful information from that. It's a simple fucking question. Good lord. Drink Pepsi. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do for our Thanksgiving. It kind of sucks because typically we'll just go to my dad's house and I would just bring my deep fryer and we deep fry a turkey and he'd cook all the sides. It'd be fucking great. But he goes down to Florida and he leaves before Thanksgiving, which kind of pisses me off. So then we're on our own. And for whatever fucking reason, I seem to be the only one in the house that enjoys turkey. So I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe I'll deep fry a duck. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Do deep fried duck. I've done it a couple of times. I think that'll go over better than turkey. Yeah, it's decided. Thank you everyone here for helping me decide on Thanksgiving. It's got an invite from my old friends. Works for me. Yep, what's up, Lictar?
Hey now.
Drink if you got them. That's enough. Have any of you heard the Thanksgiving song? It's an awful, fucking, it's made by it's produced by the same person who did, Friday. It's a really bad song. I would play it, but I don't know if I'll get, like, struck or taken down. But just look up Thanksgiving. So I don't mean the Adam Sandler one. Not that one. I'll just post it in the chat. And you can all look at it later. No, not this. Retard friendly. Give me a break. Or did they take it down? They might have taken it down, actually. If you like this song, Seep, help immediately. Yeah, I think this is a re-upload. It's from Nicole Westbrook. I'm going to post it on both things. And maybe just like copy and paste into the thing and then pause it. It's such a bad song, and the video is hilarious. I would actually recommend watching the Opie and Anthony version of it, because they just fucking rip it apart. But you might as well just watch it clean, and then watch the O&A version. It's just fucking great, though.
And then we can talk about how are your streams doing, how's stuff been going since Call of Duty came out. You know, how are you doing with things like, I know your weight has been an issue. Did you make any progress on that this month? You know? Just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I think it would be that kind of conversation works, but eventually if he comes on so much that we get to points where it's like it feels like the guy's just full of shit all the time. Do you really think I want a guy on the show who's just full of shit all the time? Of course not. But this I don't know that.
No, there's only room for one guy who's full of shit all the time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm on trying just to watch Phil laugh, Snake laugh to go last, when shit clown laugh, everyone says a fake laugh. Yeah, like I almost feel like that this guy doesn't understand like human emotion anymore. Nothing feels genuine. Like nothing can actually cause a true reaction.
About weight. I don't know him well enough. We haven't talked enough. We've talked once. You see? So I'm totally cool with having him on again. I'm a fair guy. I'm gonna give him a chance. He seemed really cool the first time that he was on. I'd like to have him on again. Cracker Jack says, you know, I've been married 31 years and I know where you're coming from. Well, there you go. When you find the right person.
What? 31 years? Good lord. Vega and his chat were having fun with this last night. Oh yeah, I bet everyone was going nuts. I mean, my Twitter timeline blew up. And so I was just like, okay, this is one of those times where I have to dip back in. I mean, I'm glad I did. Well, glad is a relative, well, it's not a relative term, but you know what I mean. I mean, we can at least like point and laugh. We don't have to do too much skipping of stuff. Got married 31 years. That means that guy's got to be like in his 50s. Unless it was like a child marriage. Why the fuck would anyone in their 50s watch this guy unironically? is when you think you're, well, I mean, that's how I felt about making like original long form content. But then when I saw that Worst Games fundraiser, or I keep saying fundraiser, sorry, Worst Games marathon, I was like, this is so awful. I like, again, like the script started writing itself, and I was just like, okay, I have to fucking make this. I know it's probably not even gonna do a tenth as good as the original long form video, the Twitch fundraiser, but fuck it.
Person, okay? And especially if you're the kind of person that you're a busy person. I'm busy all the time working, right?
Working.
You lying sack of shit!
Give me a fucking break. Working all the time. You want to know someone who's working all the time? My fucking wife. My wife. No, like my wife. I'm not getting into too many specifics for obvious reasons, but basically it's one of those things where you're not working, like, the way to put it is, it's like, you're not really working overtime, but it's one of those jobs where you're never off the clock. You know what I mean? Like, you're not necessarily putting in like a 12-hour day, but you always have to like monitor your phone, monitor your email, because shit comes up, something goes wrong, so it needs to be monitored. You need to communicate with people. It's one of those things where you're never off the clock. You're not necessarily working from like 7 to 7 straight, but like it's 8:22 local time, well past work hours. She's still monitoring her phone, monitoring her email, and has to go and deal with shit. That is really the definition of I work all the time. And I feel bad for her. I'm like, you really need to go and start like proving your worth. Or not proving your worth, but like saying like, start paying me what I'm worth. Because she makes maybe half the money that I do on this stuff. She has 2 jobs, but in this one, she makes like half the money as I do. But like after 5 o'clock comes, typically I'm done. Every once in a while, I have to go a little bit overtime just to make sure that something gets done. I don't even like have to do it. I just do it so it's off my mind. But no, she is literally tied to shit. And I'm like, you need to talk to them and be like, either pay me what I'm worth, or we set some fine, hard lines of, okay, like after 5 o'clock, you are out of my circle of caring. Or after we have hard set times of like log in, log off. And if anything happens outside of that time, not my problem. But, you know, she's not the kind of person who's going to go and just like, you know, throw her weight around, even though she totally can and should. But, you know, but yeah, this idea like I work all the time, give me a fucking break. You literally can make your own schedule. And definitely, I agree that self-employed people sometimes have to like work all the time. This ain't one of those situations.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I wish that I could spend more time with my wife. I can't, right? So
Yes, you can.
now, if you haven't noticed, oh God, look at this, I just lost control because I just had to make a crazy turn out of nowhere.
Hold on.
If you're the kind of person that you're a busy person. I'm busy all the time working, right? I wish that I could spend more time with my wife. I can't, right? So now, if you haven't noticed, oh God, look at this, I just lost control because I just had to make a crazy turn out of nowhere.
A crazy turn out of nowhere. Sorry, let's look at this one more time. I'm going to slow this down. Well, not slow it down. I'm going to play at normal speed. Let's count. Come on.
And especially if you're the kind of person that you're a busy person. I'm busy all the time working, right? I wish that I could spend more time with my wife. I can't, right? So now, if you haven't noticed, oh God, look at this, I just lost control because I just had to make a crazy turn out of nowhere.
You had 10 seconds. I usually work 12 days, 13-hour shifts. Yeah, like it's Yeah. Yeah, it's just insane. Like hit the mental gymnastics and gaslighting that he does. Like Christ. Like he really, it's impossible to relate to him or for him to relate to his audience. Come on.
That's crazy because the speed limit is 55. How was I supposed to make that turn with the truck at 55? It like wasn't even possible. Anyway,
Again, good lord. Literally just blame everyone else.
basically, when you get to a certain level of being busy, right? You wish that you could spend more time with your significant other. She's my best friend. That's who I want to spend time with. I don't want to go out and have 10 other friends who I want to spend a lot of time with. Coworkers, like someone to come on my show and we do work together or something, that's different. But I want to spend time with Kat. You know?
What?
Someone who doesn't get that. Here's the funny part, too. This guy
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? Sorry, let him finish.
in the stream who's calling me out saying, oh, I don't have any real life interactions or whatever. But you're married, right? So why aren't you with your wife right now? Why are you...
I'm married. Why is it misbeliefs here? Should I try to get her? You know what? Oh, I almost want to go and do it. Should we call Mrs. Beliefs on air? Like, should I go and call on my phone and see how she reacts to this? If I get $10 in donations, I will call her. Actually, no, I'm not going to force people to pay me money for that bullshit. If there's people who want me to call her and see if she wants to come on. I love hanging out with my girlfriend, but I need a break. You get her a mask. Well, we do actually have another mask. Well, she's not going to go and come on the thing. Or I'd be shocked if she agreed to. Like 16 hours a week, volunteer, take time, not pushing that button. Not pushing that button. You would say you're retarded.
sitting on real life interactions or whatever, but you're married, right? So why aren't you with your wife right now?
I can't, you know what? I really want to go and... Part of me wants to so bad. Just see how she react to it. Like, this is just so fucking nuts. You know, let's just let this play out. Because why should I bother her? Because, you know, like, honestly, she probably is, like, trying to relax right now.
Why are you sitting on my stream criticizing my life? If you're married, why aren't you spending time with your wife? Would you not like her? Does she not like you? So when we turn it on and set...
No, I'm sorry. Nah. I love her too much. This is crazy. I'm gonna put my phone over there.
You can easily analyze the situation and figure out where the real problem is. The problem isn't me, the problem is this idiot whose life sucks and wishes he had my life. So now he's got to try to bring me down in a way that makes him feel better about himself, right?
I'm sorry. I laughed over that.
Turn it on itself. You can easily analyze the situation and figure out where the real problem is. The problem isn't me, the problem is this idiot whose life sucks and wishes he had my life. So now he's got to try to bring me down in a way that makes him feel better about himself, right? It's just funny because when people say stuff like that to me on a stream or when people criticize me online and they're like, you don't have any friends. Like, wait a minute. Well, I have people I'm friendly with. I'm friendly with my moderators. I'm friendly with certain people on stream.
Good lord. Friendly with? That's not a friend. I mean, Christ. Like, I'm friendly with a bunch of you people. Like, some of you, we talk on, like, Discord and stuff. Would you consider me a friend? Like, a true friend? And you could say no. I'm not going to be offended by that. Or you can say yes, whatever. But, like, to me, a friend is someone where it's like, okay, I'm getting married. You're getting an invitation to it. None of you would be inviting me to your wedding. You know what I mean? And that's my point. You know, I'm not saying DSP. I'm saying, like, me. Because obviously some of you people who are here, we talk in, like, other parts. Oh, you would not consider me a friend. We have a friendly relationship. But the difference between being cordial, friendly with someone, and being a friend. Right, exactly. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know it's no offense. Yeah, because that would be weird because we've never met in fucking person. We played Fortnite together. That doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'm going to go and book you on something with us. You know what I mean? Good lord. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't build something off of that. Like, for example, I mean, this was earlier on. I'm sure people forgot. But basically, there was a guy who I met on a forum back in the day. I was not going to mention which one. But, like, we started talking and stuff, and eventually we grew from just being, like, friends with each other to, like, talking. We ended up exchanging contact information. We got, like, phone number just to text each other. We played a bunch of games together. We had a ton of fun. And now, like, we're still talking with shit, like, on Discord. Admittedly, we don't talk as much, like, ever since I got into, like, the Goutverse. We've kind of strayed a little bit. But it's not like it's by no way, like, antagonistic or things didn't go bad. He kind of migrated more into, like, competitive gaming. Like, used to be that, like, literally every night for, like, 2 years. It was like, hey, I'm getting on Overwatch now. Okay, cool. And then, boom, it's like 2 hours of playing Fortnite. No, excuse me. Well, Overwatch, Fortnite, Apex Legends, whatever. Like, I removed the videos, but for a while, like, the main videos on my channel, and it wasn't even, like, stuff I was trying to share out there. I had, like, 50 Apex Legends videos of us winning or funny shit happening. Actually, gonna pull up one here. It's a quick one, but it's funny though. I didn't make this pro. Okay, it's unlisted. Like, this is just a goofy, funny video. Fuck's the link? Here we go. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. Just watch the good part.
When somebody moved up, you moved to the next sign, so that you were never close to the 10th person.
I miss playing this game.
Oh, people on that roof too. I'm just gonna have to punch this bitch.
I am taking fire, friends. Taking fire.
That guy's not leaving you alone.
The battle happens quick. Be ready.
That was fun.
Champion eliminated.
Yeah, God, I showed that was just fun. Actually, I have the other side of it too. Let me. Yeah, so for whatever reason, I went and I looked, and it turns out that the guy, it was a streamer, and I was able to snipe his thing, or like after the fact. So this was their point of view. Oops.
I just got punched by like 3 people.
Yeah, I miss those days. I miss Apex Legends. I know the game kind of went to shit, but
I'm friendly with other people online as well. I still talk to people from the FGC from back in the day who I'm friendly with. Maybe I'm not.
no, you don't.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
Fucking prove it. Provide receipts. I refuse to believe there's anyone from the FGC that is still talking to you on anything resembling a friendly basis. I'm sure there's people shitting on you. Does that count as talking with? Good lord, I thought we were gonna like be able to get a whole bunch of stuff in here. We're coming near the end of this. Well, we'll see. Yeah, talk to Jaha, talk to Watson. I don't see you talking to fucking Wong. Who else was with him? A whole bunch of them. Who am I missing?
Friends, because I don't have a lot of time to spend, but I am friendly with people. I'm married happily. I'm having a great...
Sorry. I married happily. As opposed to what? Under fucking duress? A shotgun wedding? How else are you married? I'm sure even some of the most bitter divorces that have happened, I'm sure if you asked them, did you marry happily? Well, yeah, of course, but then shit went downhill. Like, I love how you have to throw in the condition of happily. Very happily. Hello, exactly. Good fuck. You know what? I need another drink. I'm sorry. I'm being so bad tonight. But like, good fucking lord. This is just water. Oh. Christ. Happily married. Yeah, happily married by like, what was it, like a justice of the peace in fucking Bridgeport in his house. Like, good fucking lord. Like, God. Like, you couldn't even go to like a church. Like, I'm not trying to be like all religious and shit, but it's like, come on. There's so many like not to get into too many specifics, but like when I got married, it was a smaller ceremony because we wanted to keep costs reasonable. We didn't want to have like a big grand thing. It was more of like a party, like a gathering. Like I was the DJ, and by DJ, I mean I burned some CDs and put them in a CD player and had it play in a room. At like, what, you know, those restaurants where you can go and like rent out the rooms. Like part of it, it's like there's like a bar, there's a restaurant, and then there's like gathering rooms or like private rooms you can rent out. That's what we did. We had a thing like that. It was very modest. I think, what was the cost? It was either, I didn't pay for it, obviously. It was either under 5 or under 10 grand. But like, it would have made sense though. And it was very nice. Very, you know, I mean, it was my fucking wedding. I got married. Like the idea of just like getting married like in your house or going to like the town hall and doing it like come on. It's your fucking marriage, for Christ's sake. You don't need to go to church. Well, no, I get that. But no, my point is like in that type of scenario, like especially if your thing is, okay, your parents say they want you to get married there. Like, do something better. Like, because what I did was, we went to this restaurant, which unfortunately no longer exists. That's really fucking depressing, by the way. I feel bad about that because we actually just celebrated our 17-year anniversary. And the go-to thing would be, okay, well, we would just go back to the restaurant. Fucking restaurant closed down over a decade ago. So we just went to a nice local restaurant. But the point is, like, if you're going home to like do the thing with your parents, it's like, come on, Do something. Don't just go to a fucking courthouse, for Christ's sake. Show some respect.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Oh, with that, I need a refresher. I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? I actually need to use the restroom. I'm going to put up the BRB, but I'll be right back. How much more we have of this? Good lord, we have over 20 minutes left. We're going to definitely go past the thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. You don't have to go to church. We had a justice of the peace. Yeah, it was crazy. My dad actually knew someone who was just a peace, and then afterwards, he decided to become one as well. And he's performed like, how many? I think at least 5 legal marriages. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, I'll be right back. They'll be quick. I don't want to miss a minute of this shit.
Another day is like a new beginning. And so today, I know that it's a new start. And all the bad times are disappearing. 'Cause now I know that we'll never be apart. You're the one that makes me feel so high. Just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye. 'Cause you're my diamond in the sky. You're the one that makes me feel so high. Just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye. 'Cause you're my diamond in the Another road that we must travel. Another night for you to show me the way. And so today I'll give up dreaming. 'Cause now I know that I need you every day. You're the one that makes me feel so high. Just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye. 'Cause you're my diamond in the sky. You're the one that makes me feel so high. Just like the diamonds in the sky. I never want to hear you say goodbye. 'Cause you're my diamond in the sky. Where do all the rainbows go? To somewhere I don't know. Wherever it is, I want to go. Oh.
And we're back. We wasn't even gotten to the gay bashing yet. Good lord. And I love how too how he says it with like such confidence, as if like what he's saying is like just like, oh yeah, no one disagrees with what you're saying. It would be big if I came out and was said like, yeah, you know, money's kind of tight, so to help compensate, I mainly buy generic products. I don't get name brand stuff. I get the best generics that I can. you know, you hear that and you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's not ideal, but if money's an issue, that's a good plan. He's saying this stuff like people would react the same way. Meanwhile, he's the opposite. People are like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? You're making 0 sense. I'm making more sense than he is, and I'm willing to bet that I've drank more tonight than he's done on the stream. Although, I don't know what his pregame ritual is, so maybe I'm wrong.
What? Time with my life. I wish I had more time with my wife. So what is your criticism exactly? It's like, well, you're not fitting my exact interpretation of what your life should be. Well, when I was single and in my 20s, I had a ton of friends. I had tons of friends who I spent time with. We would travel and go to tournaments together. We would hang out outside of that, go drinking, go bowling, hang out, play pool. We did all that shit. Because I was single, and I had time to do it. I wasn't full-time employed like this, so...
What do you mean you weren't full-time employed? Yes, you were. I mean, you weren't full-time employed doing, you know, YouTube and other stuff, but last I checked, all his other shit was still full-time employment. Like 40 hours a week.
What is exactly your point? I think what it is, you get these people who are younger and immature, and they think that everyone should just live up to their standard of what's happiness or whatever, and it's not. Like, everyone's different, everyone has a different life, that's okay. It's not your place to be criticizing how other people live, especially if they're happy and they're not hurting anyone. Then let them be themselves. Let them be happy. One person, maybe, never wants to be married whatsoever, but wants to have a lot of friends for their whole life. That's fine. There's no reason for you to criticize that. They can do that if they want. And then you might...
Is this guy really saying you can't be married and have a bunch of friends? Is that really what this guy is saying? Probably is. Spoiler alert.
I have someone who's happily married and doesn't have time for friends outside of that because they're busy. That's fine too. Why is one correct and the other wrong? I'm really at a loss. Like, if everyone lived exactly the same life, had the same goals, the same archetype they wanted to fill in, wouldn't life be boring as shit? If we all just went down the same exact path, had the same aspirations, had the same desires, the same things that we like and don't like. It really is. Variety is the spice of life. The fact that we have people who are so different from each other.
Yes, variety is the spice of life, and you have none, so you have none.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
There actually is what makes life entertaining and interesting, in my opinion. But I guess some people don't see that way. It's like, my way or the highway, agree with me or disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you're a villain. You're a horrible, heinous villain, right? We can't have agreements or agree to disagree on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that mentality at all. I just don't. When I was younger, I was very picky.
Oh my god. This projection and gymnastics is fucking... If he could convert these mental gymnastics into something physical, he'd fucking have more medals than Phelps. And yes, I know it's a different sport, but still, it's the same point.
Like that, but since I've been a content creator, since I've been a YouTuber, my mind has expanded dramatically, and...
Oh, good lord.
I certainly don't think in that mindset anymore, that's for sure.
Take a swig. Oh god. I think this is where it really takes off. You can be married and still have IRL friends.
Let's see here. Jag X Strikes to the $2 super chat says you can be married and have IRL friends. You're right. But my life is so busy. I have so much going on at any given moment, right? I work at
any given moment, okay.
At least 5 days a week, if not 6, to make ends meet, to get this, keep this going, to keep this nice house I have and everything. And then the time I have...
Keep this nice house. I've seen your house, pal. Like, I don't think you have done anything to help with appreciate and value. If it has gone up, it's simply because of market conditions. You have done nothing to help it appreciate.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
You fucking have, like, stuff that doesn't work. How long did it take him to get his toilet fixed or the shower fixed, whatever? That doesn't help things. Trust me, I know. Should be condemned from the mold issue. Well, who knows what, like, I really wish, I mean, not that I'm advocating anyone do anything to help facilitate this. I'm going to stop there now. Not that anyone's going to listen and do anything. I'm just saying for whatever. But if someone got into that house with like a body cam and did like a full walkthrough, I'm sure we would be like, what the fuck are we looking at? I'm not saying it would necessarily be like Asmon gold levels of bad, but definitely a thing of like, yeah, I would not live in a state like that.
outside the streams, I want to be with my wife. Maybe if I had an insanely high-paying job where I was making like $500,000 a year, and I only had to work 4 or 5 days a week, then I'd be like, oh, I have all this extra time. I don't have extra time. So I don't need IRL friends outside of my wife. Do you get that?
No, I don't. What the fuck you talking about? Oh.
Okay, but thanks for $2. Let me run downstairs. Let me grab another drink, and then we'll continue on with the stream. All right, and let's go. Let's hit that goal. We're at 94, so great first half. Let's see how we do in the second half. Let's hit that goal. I'll be right back. Maz.
Oh, God. This is insane. Didn't miss anything cool. Well, it's DSP. Nothing's cool. There was some insane cope and mental gymnastics and projection and delusion.
With the $2 super chats, it's still waiting for you to get neutral seltzers. Oh, I looked into them. The neutral seltzers, they're really weak. They're only like 3.5%.
What the fuck is a neutral seltzer?
Liquor or something like that. They're pretty darn weak. Like these, the ones that I'm drinking now are like 8-something%, and so were the other ones that I was getting. Those neutrals are like very, very weak alcohol. So even if I drank 2, I probably would barely get a buzz. That's why I didn't get them. I actually did find them at the store, and I was like, seems like they're more for flavor than for any kind of like alcoholic effect.
I can't get drunk enough drinking this. So, fuck it. Why would I buy it? I'm drinking just to get drunk. Flavor be damned. I just want to get drunk. Fucking fantastic motivation.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Okay. Dunsfelter, you're here. Good, because earlier we had a couple morons in the chat. I tried to take care of them. I was driving with one hand and modding with the other like this, and it was kind of tough. I almost drove off the road a couple times. I'm glad you're here, man. Do I miss locker room talk with the boys? Not really. But like I said, I do still have friends from back home who I talk to from the Street Fighter days.
Bullshit.
You lying sack of shit! You lying sack of shit!
I mean, okay. It's kind of hard to provide receipts on that. But, like, come on. Give me a fucking break. I have a question. Well, as long as it's not weird, go right ahead.
Days. From time to time. It's not, not like it used to be back in the day when you're actually hanging out with them and stuff, but, Follow up to what I said before. Wings is someone who, when presented with his issues, never improves himself whenever he clearly...
Oh, God, Steve Stir. Good Lord. That's a whole fucking rabbit hole. If anyone wants to, like, just find another Lolcow or just another fucked up internet personality, look up the Steve Stir. I can't go into it, mainly because I don't know enough about it, but there's a whole bunch of crazy shit there. Japanese. Why are they talking about Godzilla? Hold on, I'm mighty curious at this.
From time to time, it's not, not like it used to be back in the day when you're actually hanging out with them and stuff, but,
A52.
Follow up to what I said.
Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff I missed. No, the Arkham games are great. Like, the fighting mechanics and stuff are fantastic. And they still hold up today. I'm willing to bet he hasn't seen Godzilla -1. It's a fantastic movie, by the way. Like, everyone here, even if you don't like Godzilla, or are not really, like, necessarily a fan, still see that movie. It's a fantastic fucking movie. You don't need to be a fan of Godzilla to enjoy it. I brought my wife to see it, and she cried. Like, happy tears. Like, she loved the movie. Like, I dragged her to, I said, you will like this movie, and you will cry at the end. And she's like, no, whatever. And I brought it, and I saw it, and I was like, I fucking told you. Like, it's fantastic. It's an amazing movie.
Before, Wings is someone who, when presented with his issues, never improves himself whenever he clearly has them. Best example is when you attempted to give him dieting tips, he never even considered what you said, or at least try to change for the best. To be fair, I have not followed if he's tried anything this week. I don't know. If you remember, the recommendations I gave him were start or stop drinking soda on stream. If you're gonna drink anything on stream, only drink water and don't eat on stream. I didn't even tell him don't eat the bad food or don't drink the soda. I said just don't do it when you're streaming. I don't know if he's followed through on that or not because I haven't watched his content, okay? How long were Kat and I engaged? Actually, not very long. The thing is, that wasn't the plan. Like, if I remember correctly...
Oh, this should be good.
So Kat moved in with me around February 2018.
Wait.
The thing is, that wasn't the plan. Like, if I remember correctly, so Kat moved in...
If I remember correctly, you don't remember the story of you and your wife? I feel like that's one of those things that should be like fucking, like, you know, deep in your brain there. You should never be saying, if I remember correctly.
In with me around February 2018. I'm pretty sure we got engaged in the fall. I want to say it was like September-ish. Okay? And we had absolutely no plans to get married. Like, we knew we wanted to, but we knew we didn't have the money for it. At that point, we're talking 2018, I was still in big financial distress. I didn't have any money. So we were like, listen, I'm happy we're engaged, but let's just wait. We'll wait till we can do it right. It may be years and years down the line, who knows, but we love each other. That's all that matters. We're together, right? We're committed. That was that. The whole thing in 2019.
We're already on 1.5.
Where we went to Connecticut to see my parents, and it all like fell in line. It was complete circumstance. Like, my parents reached out to me in early 2019 saying, listen, our health is turning for the worse. Particularly my mom had a few things going on that were really bad, and they didn't know if it was going to get worse or better.
To X the fucking doubt on all this, by the way. Like, all things are going bad. Meanwhile, she lasted for 6 more years. And who knows what the current state is.
And basically the way that my parents pitched this whole idea of me going to Connecticut was as follows. We want to spend time with you while we are still capable of doing things. Like, we want to go out and do things together. We want to go to the zoo. We want to go shopping. We want to go to dinner. We don't want
to go to the zoo? What the fuck are you talking about? You live near 2 zoos. I mean, like what the fuck? Can you ever go to the Beardsley Zoo? Which you already did when you left with fucking, what's her name? Panda. Or you go to the Bronx Zoo. Like, give me a break. Go to the zoo as if it's like a major life event to have. I mean, you saw the video. The Beardsley Zoo is not exactly a, like, major life event. It's not like going to Disney or like the Bronx Zoo or any major zoo. It's in fucking Bridgeport. How good can it be?
I want you to end up coming to visit us when we're decrepit, when we're falling apart, and we can't do anything. So think of this as like a do or die, you have to come now because we're getting diagnosed with health issues kind of a deal. So I agreed to do the trip. My wife and I were going to...
Could you imagine? Like, let's even assume this is true. Like, imagine the parents going to him being like, we want to see you before we're on our fucking deathbed. Like, does that sound good? Like, essentially, they're saying, like, please, you fucking moved away from us almost as far away as you fucking possibly could. All we're asking is that, like, at least one fucking time you come back home and see us while we still can. Because clearly you're such a fucking asshole that we don't know when you're going to come back here on your own volition. So could you at least indulge us one time because, like, we birthed you, we raised you, we want to see you again. He's acting like it's a total fucking obligation. Like he's doing them a fucking favor. What a fucking ungrateful cunt. I'm sorry, just like as a parent myself, it's like, God. I can only pray that my kids don't turn out like this. I don't think they will, but I mean, look, you never know. I mean, none of my kids are exhibiting DSP behavior, but again, like, you never know. Like, I doubt if you would talk to his parents when he was 15, they never would have imagined that this would end up being, you know, the end result.
Go out, we didn't have any money. We were broke because we were so up to our eyeballs in debt at that point. So
no, you were up to your eyeballs in debt. Kat was fine. You were the fuck up.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
My parents offered to pay for the entire trip to go out there because they felt like it was us spending time with them. It was like a favor to them, right? But at the same time, as this was happening, we got engaged in all of that. So basically the way my parents spun it was, you know, you're You're going to be out here. You got some family out here. You got great food out here. You know, if you wanted to, not that my parents are rich, because it was not a big ceremony at all. It was like the smallest ceremony possible, basically, all in their house. And then at a local restaurant right down the street from their house was where we had our dinner, right? But saying, you know, you could come out here and get married. And then, you know, you could have a nice few days together. It's kind of like a honeymoon.
God, how pathetic. Good Lord. Just go to dinner? Like, is that all you did? Did you just, like, go with, like, maybe like a group of, like, 10 people? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm just, like, shitting on this. But just as someone who did, like, a similar kind of thing, it's like, no, don't just go out to dinner. Like, make it an event, you know? Have hors d'oeuvres. Have an open bar. Like, entertain people. Make it a real thing that people are going to enjoy. Don't let it be like, oh, hey, we're going out to dinner. Like, make it something. Make it fun. Make it feel like less of an obligation and just like a fun outing. Make him say at the end of the night, that was fun. Not, oh, I'm glad that's over.
You know, it really wasn't a
Because you know that's what a bunch of them are saying.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
honeymoon. It was just hanging out and having some food and doing some shopping and stuff. But it was better than nothing. You know, we couldn't afford.
Imagine saying that about your marriage. It was better than nothing. Like your honeymoon. It was better than nothing. Wasn't that the mighty number 9 excuse? Better than nothing.
To do a real honeymoon. So that's how they spun it. So, you know, we went from being engaged and having literally absolutely no idea when we were going to be able to get married at all, to within a few months, my parents pitching, hey, come out here, spend time with us, but also get married and everything. It was like, well, I guess it all kind of just came to be. It all kind of happened, and it worked out. So maybe it was meant to be. Maybe all that was meant to happen that way, because otherwise I'd actually have no idea when we would have gotten married. So, yeah, so really, I mean, we got engaged that fall, so September, and then we got married in April. So we weren't even engaged for a year. But we have been happily married for many years, so it worked out. It was
You lying sack of shit!
Some say it was mistranslation, but whoever had nothing. I mean, like, again, I'm not going to be the arbiter or dictator of how a marriage should happen. But again, just someone who was in a somewhat similar situation. I mean, my wife and I, we had kind of a shorter engagement, you know, and I got married. We kind of, things happened kind of quickly. And honestly, being truthful, and I told this to her, if I could do it again, I would have had more time between getting married and having kids. Like, have some more time of just us together. We kind of, I feel we got into having kids a bit too quickly. Well, that's even the wrong way of saying it, because I don't regret the kids. I love them all. My point is, like, maybe spend more time just us. Like, do more travel. Like, all the stuff that we wish we could do now, do it while we could. Kind of deal. But I still feel kind of did it the right way. And to hear this kind of thing, where it's almost coming across like as an obligation, or like a thing that they did just to, like, please the peasants. It's like, come on. Do you really not understand how this works? How it should work?
definitely the right choice. Mozzie says, weddings are a scam. I'm happy that you guys did something intimate. I mean, we easily could have done something where we ended up inviting people, like extended family and friends and shit, and having a giant overblown ceremony, but it would have been so expensive and we'd have the money for it. What's the point? You know? Oh shit, here we go. Whoa, that was close. What's the point? I mean, I get it, because I've been to big weddings. Like, when I was in the 2000s, when I had my office job and stuff like that, I went to a couple different weddings that were big scale weddings, big families, lots of friends. And listen, those are momentous occasions, but I can just imagine what those cost. And I just don't have that kind of money. You know, I think what it is, it's dependent on the size of your family and how much money your family has. Because I think to have a big wedding like that, you really have to have people who pitch in and help, right? Like, how can a couple who are engaged come up with that kind of money? Usually it's the parents or it's the family pitching it together to make that wedding happen. I don't have anyone like that. My parents are not filthy rich at all. My extended family doesn't really exist. You know, my family had a falling out many years ago. They don't talk to each other. It wasn't anything to do with me. They all just stopped talking to each other over the years. So
what do you mean a falling out? Excuse me?
So, to be honest, like even if I were to do like a big wedding, I would have definitely invited some of my relatives who I haven't seen in a long time because I would have wanted to get caught up with them. And I probably would have invited some of my like Street Fighter buddies from back in the day who still live in Connecticut and stuff like that. But for the most part, I wouldn't have had that many people to invite to a big wedding, even if I had one, you know? So, and same thing with my wife. Like, she probably would have invited just a couple small, you know, people here or there, you know, tight-knit stuff, that's it. So, I just think that some people have it different. I never had that. I never had a giant family, extended family situation. When I was very young, I did. And I'll be honest, I miss it. I do miss that when I was younger, I had a family with a lot of, you know, family members and extended family. We would hang out at the holidays and have these times together because it all went away over the years. It was like kind of taken from me, and I had nothing to do with that. But you're like, damn.
It was taken from you. Boy, he really, even without trying, he makes himself sound like a victim. I can kind of relate to that, though. I really do miss that. Like, when I was a kid, we would go. So, like, my mom had a really big family. She was the second youngest of 5, and everyone had a bunch of kids. And for like a lot of the big holidays, we would go out of state where the main family was, and just I got to hang out with my cousins. It was a lot of fun, and I really do miss that. And I really feel bad that my children don't really have the same experience, because it's just me and my sister, and she lives like out. She lives like over 200 miles away. So it's not really practical for us to just like visit each other. You know what I mean? And so my kids have seen their cousins, I think, less than 5 times total in their lives. And I feel bad about that. And that's just for the ones in America. They also have other cousins on my wife's side. But guess what? They're all in China. So they can't really see them either. So they never get to build up on that fun, you know, cousin relationship stuff. And I miss that and I feel bad, but, you know, what can you do? It's just not really practical to have a family of 5 meeting up a family of 4 when both families live hundreds of miles away. And there isn't any really good like meeting up point. Even if there was, okay, what do you do with 9 people? Do you like book a hotel? Like, how does that work?
It's, you know what it is? It's like you don't realize what you have while you have it, but when it's gone, then you miss it. And that's exactly what it was for me when I was a kid. Kind of took it all for granted, didn't understand how special it was to actually have that family around. And then when they disappeared, it was kind of like, wow, this kind of sucks. Now it's just me and my parents, and that's it. But that's life, you know? It happens. Some people are stuck with their family their whole lives. They can't, they're miserable. Oh, I hate it. My family's at everything I'm involved with, right? For us, it's more like we're just kind of on our own doing stuff. And that's cool too. Again, like I said earlier on this very stream, you know, everyone is a little different. Everyone's life is a little different. Everyone has a right to live their life how they want, or just how it turns out, and that's fine. Variety is the spice of life. You have a big, happy family who gets together as a ginormous $400,000, $500,000 wedding with, you know, insane resort level shit.
$500,000 wedding? What kind of weddings are you talking about?
Gourmet food, dancing, and all that. Good for you. Or if you have a little rinky-dink wedding in your parents' hallway with just very close family and, you know, justice of the peace, and you go to a restaurant down the street and you eat an amazing Italian meal and that's your whole wedding, that's cool too, you know? Seems like
Yeah, that's basically what I did. Well, not quite as trashy as he described it, but essentially that, but done in a nicer way.
I'm comfortable with an estrogen-heavy environment. You say that again, I did Smart Guys with PPP for a lot of months there, man. That was a rough one.
What?
Anyway,
What?
excuse me. All right, let's get serious. Let's get very serious today. Right? Enough of that nonsense. Okay, can I hold on? No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got something to say.
Okay, I think this is where the gay rant comes. Is what I've been waiting for, folks.
What?
Ready? I'm gonna say this now, and I just gotta say it, all right? It's so funny because all these people on the internet, drama, right? I make drama content, I make Lolcow content, drama content, okay? I'm sorry to say, are you not aware that drama content, gossip content, this whole kind of content, you do realize that is female-centric or gay-centric content, right? It always has been.
What?
This whole kind of content, you do realize that is female-centric or gay-centric content, right? It always has been.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Well, here comes the pitch, and he swings for the fences.
1,000,000%. Who's the one who's always gossiping behind the closed doors about each other? Who's the one who's all dramatic about each other, insulting each other's looks, insulting each other's actions, doing this backstabbing shit? That is girly shit teenage girls do, and gay guys do.
What? Gay guys? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, good lord. Like, I mean, the first part, girls, yes, completely agree. Girls are a lot worse than guys. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. But gay guys? At the end of the day, they're still guys. Like, are you fucking kidding me? What are you basing this off of? That's exactly what he... Give me a break.
That's what it is. I'm sorry. So if your entire existence on the internet is dealing with drama, right? Making fun of someone and how they look and how they act and how they sound because they're a joke, ha ha ha. Dude, that is the most immature girly shit. You are so gay if all you do is sit on the internet, insult.
You are so... Oh my God.
People all day, period. And that goes for all the drama content creators. That goes for all the fucking detractor channels. You're gay. Now, that's okay if you're accepting of that, but you understand that. That's the content you put out. Like, I remember when I first started on YouTube, all right? There were people who, like, were totally into serious subject matters. I'm passionate about this subject matter, and I make videos about it. I make content about it. And then there were the people who were like, oh my God, did you hear what this celebrity did today? Did you hear what this guy did today? Did you hear what this guy... Did you see how this guy looked? Look at this picture. Oh my God. And that's the kind of content they put out, and they blew up for it. And it became a very prominent thing on YouTube back in the day. But it was always the effeminate, the gay side of it. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all. I'm not.
You're totally saying there's something wrong with that. You're fucking saying that detractors and drama farmers are gay. You're saying those people are bad. So yes, you are saying there's something wrong with it. It's... Jesus Christ. Filling out looking back. This is awful. Good God. Even people in the chat are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not saying that's bad content or whatever. Hey, there's an audience for it. That became a very prominent audience on YouTube back in the day. For sure. 1,000,000%.
Back in the day. Give a date range. Give some examples, please. You know what he's talking about? He's talking about Harvey Levin and Perez Hilton. Those are the only people he's talking about. Those are his two examples. He just doesn't want to say it. Probably because he forgot their names. Because he's fucking retarded.
But now what's happened is, somehow, that content has evolved into like, no, it's all mainstream, it's okay, it's normalized, but it's not. It's drama, it's immature, it's meant for like teenage girls and gay guys. It always was. Like, that was supposed to...
Gay guys? What the f... God.
Be seen as like this kind of immature level of stuff that you grow out of. Somehow now it's been... No, now there's big business behind this drama content, this making fun of people, this tearing people down. If all you do all day is act like that...
God, I wish I knew more gay people.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. The T channels, all this shit. That is a very culture-centric kind of content. And the fact that people...
Culture-centric? Good Lord. It would be less racist if you said that looting is culture-centric. Disparaging black people. That's essentially what he's doing.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Sit on there, oh no, what are you talking about? I'm a big manly man who's all confident in himself, but I still make this content that makes fun of others. No, you're not. You're not confident in yourself. If you were, you wouldn't make fun of others. You'd be confident enough in your own content that you don't have to bring others down. The only people who have to do that are people who are not confident in themselves and or have this feeling of like immaturity, drama, again, teenage girl shit. And that's a whole business on YouTube now, but it's normalized, right? No, it's not. If that's all you do, there's a problem there, and the problem is you. You're an insecure little bitch who just sits there crapping on other people. You're the little sissy, not the person you're making fun of, because they're just trying to live their life.
He wants to say maggot with swap out the M. He wants to say that word so badly, but he can't, which is why he's saying sissy.
Or the sissy girl in the equation. But the thing is, that used to be no. that actually used to be known mainstream. Like, you'd look at them like, all right, you got your little T channels and your little, this guy on the internet who acts effeminate and he talks like celebrity gossip and shit. But now it's become like, oh, but now it's mainstream acceptable because you had guys who turned it into big business. No, it's still stupid. It's still immature. It's still gay. It's okay if it's gay, but you have to accept that it's gay. You have to accept that it's this immature girly shit. It's effeminate. Dudes who are straight and confident in themselves don't have to talk shit about other guys constantly because they got their own shit going on. Why do I care about what anyone else outside of my stream is doing? I don't. You guys come into my stream. Did you hear what this guy said about you? Did you hear what that guy said? I don't give a fuck. Dude, today I ran a great stream and entertained audience. I made bank. Everyone had a great time.
I made bank. Do you imagine a streamer saying that to his audience? I made bank. You know, I actually had like a whole thing lined up. I figure we watch this, we'd like get through this, maybe watch some LTG and some wing shit, but like I'm drained after this. After this, I'm done with the stream. This has been exhausting. Like, it's just been like building up and up and up. Not that I'm complaining, but like, why the fuck's my printer printing? Actually, Mrs. Belief might be making an appearance. We have to go and ask her. Hold on a second, I can see who's coming down. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Okay, yeah, no, come on, it's fine.
Like, you need 10 pounds of cocaine and like Bedouin, like this thing. It's not due today. Brutally assaulted me, and like I had to lay it down.
That was my lovely 13-year-old, folks.
Why the fuck do I care what anyone else on this planet did today? I'm the one in charge here. I'm the big cheese.
I'm the big cheese. You just cut the big cheese.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Can you imagine how brutal his farts must be? Good lord.
To sit and crap on other people because I'm happy and I'm successful. If all you do is crap.
Yeah, you really come across as happy and successful, giving how much you insult people and shit on people and yell and complain. You truly come off as happy.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Crap on other people. That's because you ain't got shit for yourself because you're a bitch. You're a little coward. You're a little fucking sissy girl.
Yeah, it says the guy who cowered over and cried and declared he was a drunk when fucking Watson and Jaha confronted him for being a little cunt.
That simple. It's not a big, there's really no other way to spin it. If all you do is shit on others all day, you're an insecure little cowardly bitch. And you will never have anything to do for yourself besides dump on others. The day that others don't do embarrassing things, you have nothing to do. Because you have no content. It's non-tent. It's just bringing up other people's shit. That's not content. That's non-tent. That's you only rely.
You have no idea what non-tent is. That's literally what you produce about 80% of the time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Others to have success for today. Literally, the entire world could blow up around me today, and I would still have content to make. I'd have games to play, I'd have things to do. I don't rely on others to have a bad day for me to have a good day. But sadly, there's just a lot of people that's their entire existence on the internet. That's the worst kind of fucking internet content. It really is. It's just a bunch of bitches. A bunch of little sissy gay bitches. And again, there's nothing wrong.
Bunch of sissy gay bitches. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being a sissy gay bitch. I wouldn't be surprised by just me talking and like having this thing go on here if this video got like ad restrict or some sort of penalty from YouTube.
With that, as long as you're okay with that. But isn't it funny that if you ever say that to them, what? Oh, what? To me, effeminate, me, not confident in myself, me. Yeah. That's why you have to do this stunt. That's why you have to act like some fucking bitch on a stream, constantly talking shit about other people. Soul at 2 a.m. did a $2 super chat. Is it okay to be gay? Yes, it is. That's fine, as long as you accept it. But that's what I mean. Like, the people who are prominent for making that kind of content will be like, oh, no, what are you talking about? No, I'm a super confident, ultra butch male, bro. Yeah, sure you are. Uh-huh. Whatever you say. Nick Smith did
Says the guy who constantly goes on and brags about being muscular and being healthier. Like, Jesus Christ.
$2 super chat says, who's your favorite gay? Oh, let me tell you, this is a topic that I think about all day. What I do is I have an actual ranking of people who are homosexual, and I rank them all day in my head, and then sometimes the rankings change during the day's events because I just sit there on drama sites and social media, and I see what they're saying and doing to each other, and I just constantly have the rankings fluctuating all day long. Anyway, thanks Roy for $2. Or they're gonna fly you out to a bar. Well, you know. Let me put it this way. I think to be who you are in life and be confident in who you are is way more acceptable than to be a closeted denier. I'll put it that way. It's way more brave. It's way more acceptable for you to accept who you are in life and say, this is who I am. I'm going to stop denying it. I'm going to stop hiding it because I'm a coward, because I have a certain kind of customer base that I need to fucking basically, bend over to and say that I'm not. You could just be honest and admit it. But, there's some people who are cowards. All right, let's finish the job. Especially today, because in today's society, it's completely
This is such amazing projection. Like, a bunch of people were saying after this was like, oh, just admit you're gay, he's gay, this ain't everything. I know it's always been like a meme thing. But like, really, after watching this, it's like the fucking closeted projection is off the charts. Like, good Lord. I know I keep saying good Lord. I guess it's just like my new TISM phrase now, but like, I mean, Christ.
Acceptable. Be whatever you want, right? You can be straight, you can be gay, you can be in between, whatever you want, and it's all acceptable and it's fine. And I don't care about it either. There's nothing wrong with being any kind of sexual preference or any kind.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to say you're a gay little sissy bitch. At least make an attempt to make it make sense.
Kind of,
not for me, for you, for your own preservation.
Or whatever. It's all good. It really is. I don't give a shit. So why are you hiding?
Yeah, clearly you don't give a shit. You're literally saying that people make fun of you are fucking gay. And if you get away with it, you would be saying, the F word.
Why are you lying about it? Why are you closeted, huh? Oh, because the money's coming in today. Oh, I see. Because you're pretending the money comes in, so you can't be honest with yourself. Got it. I got a $3 tip. Someone says, this is clout-based DSP take. PPP has bigger tits than my girlfriend. Who said that? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm willing to bet all the money I earned today, which is in the hundreds of dollars. I don't mean on the stream. I just mean on my real job. Don't want to confuse you. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm willing to bet all that money that did not happen. He did not get a tip that said that message. He just made that up.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't name anyone by name. I'll tell you right now, I was just speaking in generalities tonight.
He totally just made that up. His dents are not even that dented. Imagine, like, the scale of how stupid that thing was for me to make a statement like that. Like, no, one of his retards are not that retarded. Think of the ground that covers.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I absolutely was not referencing anyone whatsoever tonight, at all. This is a very non-specific rant that I had. I had no one in mind, at all. And therefore, absolutely, you cannot say that, because that is not what I said. I never said that. How dare you? I mean, if you want to project yourself like that on tonight's stream with a $3 tip, that's fine, but don't put words into my mouth, all right? Understand?
Yeah, he'd rather you put a cock in it.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
By the way, how would you know that PPP's chest is bigger than your girlfriend's? Have you felt him up, too? Have you actually had it?
He said your girlfriend, rather your wife.
All right, you know what? Don't answer that question. I don't need to know. Blue Mist, I don't think I banned those names, did I? Here's the thing. I don't want my streams to constantly be talking shit about anyone. I don't. It's fun every once in a while. You guys bring it up. We do the, we're doing trunks and whatever. I just don't want every stream to be, hey, God, what do you think about what they did today? What do you think about what happened today? I don't care. That's the honest, God's honest truth. I don't care about them. I literally cut the cord and march.
Shit.
I don't have any relation to them at all. I don't care about what they say and do. They have nothing to do with me. As you can see, I'm riding high. I'm having a good time with my life right now, right? Why would I care about them in any capacity? So you can talk about them as much as the guy just turned in front of me. It was a green light. You saw that, right? Anyway, I don't care about them in any capacity. I don't want to talk about them on every stream. You know what I mean? I don't. I want nothing to do with them. So I don't know. You guys can bring them up, but I'm just going to ignore it 9 times out of 10.
I got the drip go. I got the drip go.
Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, good lord, that was exhausting. Yeah. DSP's gay. Like, not there's anything wrong with that. And like, it's just, I mean, we've seen this constantly, right? Like, how it's always been. Like, traditionally, even you go back into like politics and shit, it's always been the ones who have been the most anti-gay, who have been like found like red-handed or rather cock-handed. You know, like, well, that one senator who was like totally anti-gay and he was found like soliciting men in the restroom. I remember his name, but like there's been numerous instances of it where they just project as being totally anti-gay. Meanwhile, they're just massively closeted homosexuals. And you can tell, like, just like the whole thing and like the thing of like, oh, in this day and age, it's not a big deal. I'd have more respect for you if you were just open about it. This is just project, project, project. God. And it really does make him look more pathetic. Like, up till like the year 2000, I would totally understand someone being a closeted gay. You know, because it just wasn't accepted for the most part. Like, it could really lead to like damage. So if you want to be closeted or whatever, like I saw numerous people do it, you know, it was a way of the times. But now, in 2025, to still be all closeted and shit, like, at that point, like, I don't feel sympathy. I feel like insulted. Like, I feel like you're not doing anything good. Like, you won. You're accepted. You can get married legally. It's illegal to discriminate against you based off of your sexuality. You won. There's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to hide. At this point, you're just doing it for selfish reasons. And to then go and involve, like, bring other people into your life, like marry someone when you don't truly love them because you literally can't. It's like, no, at that point, you're just being an asshole. But, oh, I apologize. I'm going to have to go and change the stream title for the archive because it's flat out misleading. I mean, it implies that we watch this and watch whatever shit, but I'm done. I'm exhausted. We went on for like 2.5 hours. Good lord. Yeah, this shit was insane. You got problems, Phil. I mean, not that you needed me to tell you that, or any of you to say that. But goddamn. Ugh. Anyway, thanks everyone for stopping by. And special thank you to Samurai Sansa for the donation. Very much appreciate it. On the YouTube side, I'm going to go to Raw Phil. And on the Twitch side, be jumping over to Ann. Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing the fundraiser. We have to go and jump in on that. I've done it a couple of years in the past, so I want to help out with that. Yep, thanks for stopping by, Shatter. Don't just be a lurker, participate next time if you're up for it. Streams do better when there's a lot of participants. Anyways, have a good one, folks. Remember, if you're not DSP, you're doing something right.